Disney have just announced their partnership with Veve. And although that's already blown my mind and the Master Collector program has just been announced, I'm going to discuss today why I believe this is more important than people think and how Veve are going to use this in the future to push their company further forward. So let's get started. Welcome in everyone, my name is Andy and I appreciate you taking some time to come and listen to this video on the channel. Just before we get started, this isn't financial advice, just my personal experience. Now if you didn't think Veve was good enough, they just announced Disney in order to bring golden moments and also the ability to get free Disney Plus for 3 to 12 months by just purchasing a collectible from the drop. This is mental. The fact that people have been sleeping on Veve for so long, how some of the bigger Twitters are tweeting about it, just goes to show how early we truly are within this company and how excited you should be in regards to this, because so many more people are going to see what is going on here. If we have a little look at the article that they released recently in regards to this, we can see what they're discussing. Collectors can expect the Golden Moments NFT collection to hit the platform in the lead up to Disney Plus Day, culminating on November 12th with a special ultra rare digital collectible. And as an added bonus, every customer in select markets who first purchase an NFT from the Golden Moments will also receive 3 months on Disney Plus courtesy of Veve. And those who purchase the ultra rare get 12 months of Disney Plus. This is only valid for new and returning customers, not people who have already got it. So could be an idea to cancel the subscription if you manage to get it, you know what I'm saying? Now this is just insane. Not only are we going to be getting Disney collectibles, we're going to be getting utility with these Disney collectibles. And utility, it seems to be something that everyone really loves. You know, I know with the James Bond one, people loved that. There was only 7 of those, so it was unlikely most of us were going to get it. But in terms of the OpenSea and Solana and Immutable and all that sort of stuff, utility always seems to be quite a big thing on people's lists. What are we going to get for using these? What are we going to get for having them? And if Veve aren't already good enough having the biggest brands in the world, then they're adding further utility to what you're going to be getting with this. You can see that last year, Disney earned a total of 65.39 billion just in 2020 alone, and this was during a global pandemic where a lot of things were put on halt. Just a cool 65 billion, you know, that's all. And you can also see here that they are a part of some of the most successful businesses in the world. Winnie the Pooh with 75 billion, Mickey Mouse with 70, Star Wars with 65. Hello Kitty isn't a part of Disney just yet, but they are the second highest grossing in the world. And the first one up the top there, you'll see is Pokemon with 92 billion being the highest grossing media franchise of all time. This means a lot more than people may think. I'm not too sure, because obviously everyone is so excited about Disney, but then again, not everyone is talking about it the same way people have been talking about some other things that were released. But this goes to show something massive, that one of the biggest companies in the world are becoming a part of the NFT space and are already understanding and getting involved with a company that's reputable like Veve. Yes, of course, Marvel have already partnered with Veve, so technically they're still into it, but David has talked plenty of times about how it's not just about the company itself, it's about meeting up with the company and then the animators and the legal team and all that sort of stuff. So it's not just about signing Marvel and then you've got Disney and that's it, you've got all the things sorted. There's each individual area, each individual studio that does different things within Disney itself, but this is truly significant in a lot of ways. Seeing Disney dive into this space just goes to show that companies are paying heavy attention to this. And with Facebook announcing Meta the other day, this is already making me so bullish on the fact that the world is becoming this. This is what it's becoming. AR, VR, digital collectibles. This is where the world's going. We are going to live our life through these glasses. We're going to live our life the way that it's shown in Black Mirror. Now, I know that's quite dark when it comes to the things that happen in Black Mirror, but the way that it's actually portrayed, this is the way that we're going. And having companies like Disney on board just goes to show that even further, because companies like that do not just get into something for the sake of it. Yeah, we'll just go into it, we'll jump into that and we'll have a little bit of that as well. They think about this and they have market strategies, they have legal teams upon legal teams figuring out if this is the right move for them. And it seems that it is. It's what I've been trying to establish better within myself, is to follow the smart money. And it's not to blindly follow them, but it's to understand why they're going in that direction and why people are going that way. Now, of course, I don't have the funds to do what these people with smart money do. And I'm not just talking about Disney as a company as a whole, but individuals too. But it's clear to see that this is actually making waves, and Veve are at the heart of it. Now, Reese talked about one of the future dreams of Veveverse being sort of like its own Disneyland, and this just opens the door further to that. Think of the utility that we're going to be able to get in 10 years when it comes to owning certain collectibles. And we're not just talking here about digital collectibles as a whole, but we're talking about everything. Tickets, concerts, contracts, everything that's going to be happening on that front. You could buy a collectible on Veve and potentially have a day pass at Disney World for owning that collectible. How insane is that? And to really think about it, there's so many other things that they could do with a relationship as strong and as powerful as Disney. They have way more than people actually know, and the companies that they have working with them is just, it's insane. There's something else that was mentioned that I find really interesting in regards to Disney itself, and that's that it had been in the works for months upon months. Now that wasn't confirmed in particular, but it was said on Twitter that this has been going on for a long time, and I know for a fact they've confirmed that that was the same with Marvel. They had to sit down for a long time to discuss how to do this in the best way possible for both companies, and that sort of makes me think that we are already on the way to working with Pokemon. Now yes, Pokemon have announced that they're going to be going in a sort of different direction with certain things. I know they're taking Pokemon as the trading card game to a different area, and I think they've removed it from specific places in order to work on their own platform that they're doing. But that's not to say that we could not have variations of things within Pokemon, because Pokemon is a large thing. You know, it's not just about the trading card game, but there's also the ability of the collectibles itself, just having a Pikachu, having a Charizard, that sort of thing. And that leads me to believe that we are already working towards that. I don't have any evidence of this, and I wish I could, because I'm not that speculative of a person, but time and time again, Veve have literally shown us that they can partner with the biggest brands in the world, and that is no easy feat. That is not something that happens to every company. Tell me in the comments other companies who have been able to do that, and I will applaud them for the work and dedication that they're doing so. But big brands and the biggest companies in the world do not partner with just anyone. They are there to make money, they are there to do business, they are there to get the name out to the masses and to new target markets, and this is what Veve is exactly doing with Disney. So it's worth mentioning here that Pokemon is a possibility. Yes, we may not get the trading card game, but we might get the collectibles. And this is where we can think about other routes that they could take for Veve if they're willing to do that. You know, if you think of the likes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Also have a trading card game, and this is something that they could potentially work to in order to make something like a Veve exclusive. Because when we announced Marvel, the comic books were what came out as exclusive to Marvel. You know, that was the first thing that they'd done, was Marvel Comics. That was the first thing they'd done that was completely new. You know, Marvel Comics were there. So maybe if in the future when we release something like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh, then we have something that's completely new, and that's the card game itself. Another whole avenue that Veve can adopt to bring into their own. Because Veve as a company, as we've mentioned before, is not going to solely be about drops. It's about everything surrounding it, and drops aren't going to be the main forefront. I think something like a trading card game could be a really good way of establishing themselves in another target market and really bringing in digital collectors to the space of this world. Because the trading card games are massive, absolutely massive. There's tournaments every year, there's a lot of money to be made, they get a lot of views on YouTube. I can see this being what Veve adopt into in the future, and I can guarantee you they've already thought about it. I know for a fact they have, because they are so future thinking with what they're doing and have been working and developing this since 2017. I have no doubt in my mind that David, Dan and Reese all thought about this collectively and how to actually utilise it in the best way. But I don't think it's that far-fetched to potentially see them partnering up with Pokemon. Even if it's just for a small window or a small period of time, I can see that happen, because with everything that Veve has shown us already, it's possible to partner with Disney, to partner with Marvel, to partner with Cartoon Network, Star Trek, Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, and hundreds of others. Then Pokemon is on their cards, and I genuinely think they will get it. And I've also not talked about the most blatant part of this overall, and that's Alfred Kahn, the person who brought Pokemon to Western Europe, the person who made that what it is today here. This is how we know about it. This is why we love it. This is why we want to get it, and why it's the highest grossing media franchise of all time. People know Pokemon, and Alfred Kahn has the connections to do so. But what's your thoughts? Maybe I'm being an idiot. Maybe I'm just making random speculation that's getting people too excited, because I know it's getting me excited. But I guess we're going to see over time. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as I'd love to have you a part of this community. I know the video on the screen right now will be something you'll love to watch. Have a fantastic day.